In this episode, we're going to explore something that's often heard in research circles, the scoping review. If you've ever wondered what it is, how it's done, and why researchers use it, then stay tuned. This explanation will make it clear, step by step. Let's start simple. A scoping review is a type of research synthesis that aims to map the existing literature on a particular topic or research area. It's not about finding one clear answer to a specific question, but rather about understanding what research has been done, how much evidence exists, and where the gaps are. Think of it like this. If a systematic review is a microscope, zooming in deeply to answer a narrow, focused question, then a scoping review is more like a drone, flying over the entire landscape to see the big picture. So, the main purpose of a scoping review is to provide an overview of the available evidence, the types of studies, the main themes, and the key findings, without necessarily evaluating the quality of each study in depth. Now, why do researchers use scoping reviews? There are several good reasons. Sometimes a topic is so broad or so new that it's not yet ready for a systematic review. Other times, the researcher wants to explore how a topic has evolved, what methods have been used, or what areas have been neglected. So scoping reviews are perfect for identifying research trends, conceptual boundaries, and knowledge gaps. Let's talk about how a scoping review is conducted. There are some widely used frameworks for this. One of the most common is by Arksey and O'Malley from 2005, later refined by Levack and colleagues, and then adapted by the Joanna Briggs Institute. Here are the main steps they propose. Step 1. Identify the research question. This is the foundation. The question should be broad but clear. For example, what research has been done on the use of artificial intelligence in higher education? Notice that we're not asking for effectiveness or impact, just what's been studied. Step 2. Identify relevant studies. This involves developing a comprehensive search strategy, usually across multiple databases like Scopus, Web of Science, or PubMed, and sometimes even including gray literature such as reports or theses. Step 3. Study selection. Here, researchers screen all the collected studies using inclusion and exclusion criteria. The goal is to ensure only relevant papers are included. This step often involves reviewing titles, abstracts, and full texts. Step 4. Chart the data. This means extracting key information from each study, such as author, year, country, research design, and main findings. It's like creating a big summary table to see patterns. This means extracting key information from each study, such as author, year, country, research design, and main findings. It's like creating a big summary table to see patterns. Step 5. Collate, summarize, and report the results. Finally, the data are analyzed and presented, often in the form of themes, tables, and diagrams. Unlike systematic reviews, this step does not involve assessing the quality or bias of each study, but focuses on describing what the evidence shows overall. Finally, the data are analyzed and presented, often in the form of themes, tables, and diagrams. Unlike systematic reviews, this step does not involve assessing the quality or bias of each study, but focuses on describing what the evidence shows overall. Now let's compare it with systematic reviews, because people often confuse the two. A systematic review answers a very specific question, like, is intervention X effective for condition Y? It follows strict protocols, assesses study quality, and often includes a meta-analysis. A scoping review, on the other hand, is broader. It asks, what has been studied about this topic, rather than what works best? So in short, systematic reviews are about depth, while scoping reviews are about breadth. Let's make this real with an example. Imagine you're interested in the use of virtual reality in education. If you did a systematic review, you might ask, does virtual reality improve learning outcomes in medical education? But if you did a scoping review, you'd ask, what kinds of studies have explored virtual reality in education, and what topics or disciplines have they covered? The scoping review would then give you a map of what's been studied, which areas are popular, and where more research is needed. Now, what are the strengths of a scoping review? First, it helps you understand the full extent and range of evidence, especially in complex or emerging fields. Second, it can highlight research gaps and inform future studies. Third, it's flexible. It can include different study types and methodologies. But there are also limitations. Because scoping reviews don't usually assess the quality of evidence, they can't tell you which studies are more reliable or valid. Also, since they're broad, the findings can sometimes be descriptive rather than conclusive. To wrap it all up, a scoping review is a valuable tool for researchers who want to explore what is already known about a topic, how it has been studied, and where future research should go. It's about mapping the evidence, not measuring it. So, if you're at an early stage of research, maybe planning a new project or writing your proposal, a scoping review can help you understand the landscape, identify key themes, and make a stronger case for your study. And that's your overview of scoping reviews. Clear, complete, and ready to use. Thanks for listening, and I hope this helps you grasp the concept confidently.